So they want to also talk about creating our lives. If we are energy rather than human form, secondary, primarily energy, we have to be the ones to create our life. You know, if we want love in our life, we have to create love, self-love, you know. If we want the purpose in our life, we have to create or open ourselves up to our purpose. We have to use our energy more in a chosen direction rather than squander it, obviously with toxins or just involuntary things that we're not really choosing. We have to think of our energy more like a pie chart, really. You know, on those computers where it says you've got this much space left and it's a tiny little, everything's red and you've got this only tiny little green bit left. You know, that might be the amount of energy we've got left. We've really got to evaluate, where's all our energy going in the day? Where's it all going? Right, from the point we get up, you know, we've got work, we've got this, we do this, we do this. Constant self-talk is a huge energy drain, you know. Constant perhaps trying to fit in, another huge energy drain. Disapproval, wounds, we've got wounds patterns going round and round and round. We have to think about, you know, how are we serving other people? Are we helping other people? Are we just getting drained by toxic people around us? Are we allowing that to happen? You know, are we not bothering to love ourselves? These are all massive energy drains, really. And if we start thinking of our energy, our precious, precious diamond energy, as more of a pie chart, then we realize that if we start claiming or reclaiming our energy for the purpose that we want it to be used for, we can then start creating the world we want with it. Instead of sort of falling down these holes all the time of like, well, I've got to do that, and I've got to do that, and I've got to do that, and I have to do that, and do you want to do any of that? No, not really. You know, I've got to do that. Obviously, we have obligations, etc., etc. But looking at things in terms of this pie chart, there's so much wastage. You know, there's so much wastage we could clean up. And then, because we're all energy, we've got the energy to repurpose that energy. You know, we might have time to study. We might have time to read a book a night on something we want to learn to improve our life, on things we want to do. But it's all about energy. So we've got to look at our pie chart. You know, we've got to look at all those slices that we're giving away, throwing away. We start thinking of our pie chart as something so valuable, because it is. You know, we are a unique energy configuration. You know, we need to start valuing our pie chart, not squandering it and throwing it away. And if our energy is the thing that improves our life, because our level of energy goes up in our vase, law of attraction will show us these higher levels of energy things, these good things coming in. If the onus is on us, we're going to want to increase our energy. We're really going to want to increase that level of our energy, aren't we? Because we're going to get good things coming in. We want that. We don't want all the bad things all the time. We get all the bad things all the time by making sure that our energy is low, leaky, you know, poured out in stupid directions, crazy directions, delusional directions, waste of time directions, you know, and we can be our own worst enemies, really. Toxic directions, you know. We want to stop that, block that up and start. And the energy will naturally start to lift. It will naturally start to lift once we stop squandering our diamond pie chart. A very, very valuable pie chart. That's the correct perspective to have about our energy of awareness. It's diamonds. It's made of diamonds. You know, that's how we should be treating our own energy. And if we have that perspective, then we start to, let's gain a slice here. Let's stop that really negative rattling round that we do. You know, let's not do that. Let's put a plug in that. Let's somehow get some willpower to stop doing that. As a start, let's stop hurting ourselves in that situation all the time. A little bit more energy gained, you know. Let's stop wasting our energy with these toxic people who I just always end up in the gutter with these people. It's fantastic to start with, but then we always end up in the gutter somehow. I'm not going to meet up with those people anymore. Whoop, more energy coming back, you know, and sticking to it. Yeah, eating healthily is great, of course, but we've got to not be conned by the old sugar thing. Sugar is just a natural energy. It's a depressant, and it's depressant. Depression is lack of energy. You know, sugar straight away makes us go down. It's an insidious kind of slip. It's clever because it's not noticeable, and of course we get a high to start with usually. But then we just feel. If you notice your mood after having sugar, you'll always be just slightly depressed. And that's a sure sign that we've lost energy. Again, pie chart. We cannot expect the law of attraction to deliver us a better life if we are self-hating our energy, sabotaging our own energy. You know, toxic people, toxic life, toxic products, toxic sugar, you know, toxic white carbs, you know, massive sugar spikes. Your body's going, it's like that duck that, you know, you see it's sliding, gliding beautifully along the water. And we've had sugar and its little legs are going underneath like that. It looks so lovely and smooth, but actually in reality its little legs are going mad underneath the water. You know, we don't want to be doing that to our systems, you know. And of course many years of that add up to ill health, of course, you know, where we've done damage to ourselves. You know, it doesn't matter what our situation is now. We can always stop now and start now and say, this is my pie chart. You know, this is my pie chart. I'm going to stop doing the highs and lows as well. You know, having something nice and then going back to pain, and then having something nice and going back to pain. You know, that's another video.